Continue our team coverage in Snohomish County now. At least just previewed those dangerous temperatures and wind chills. So what about people who don't have a warm place to go? Fox 13's Jennifer Lee joins us live with that story. Jen, what plans are in place to get people off the streets?
Well, cold weather shelters are activated and will be open this week when those temperatures drop even further. But I will say the Fox 13 app says that it's about 30s here in Everett, and it feels much, much colder. And it's something that our chief meteorologist, Lisa Villegas, was warning us about, how temps, because of those gusty winds, would feel like they're in the teens, maybe even the single digits, especially with temperatures expected to further drop this week. Now, I did speak with people who are transitioning out of homelessness, and they say the current resources are just not enough.
That sucks for the people that had to sit outside and sleep outside.
For 2 months, these two families have been calling this motel in Everett their home for now.
I have a 6-month-old son named Zion, and then I have a 2-year-old daughter named Ariel. And then my girl, she's currently pregnant with our son Baki. And it's scary.
Damian Smith says shelters often separate men from the women and children, which isn't an option for them. Before coming to the Days Inn in Everett, the family was living out of their car. Now Smith works as a security guard, and the family is taking everything one day at a time.
I'm closer to being in the same predicament again. If I don't get the proper help, the proper resources, I will be back on the streets with my families.
I'm right here, okay, bud? I'm right here.
A few doors down, Melinda Park is a full-time caretaker for her son, who's considered level 3 autistic.
We can't go into a shelter, which doesn't matter because none of the shelters, no one shelter ever called me back, mind you, because nobody wants to deal with my son.
Park says she was evicted from her previous home, and the only help she received was a 14-day motel voucher from Compass Health. The rest of her stay here has been paid through the generosity of community donations. The single mom says she's next on the list for permanent housing through Snohomish County, but so far it's gotten her nowhere.
They need to have a complete outreach program where they're helping these families immediately, especially with the cold temperatures, especially with COVID.
So this week, these families are speaking up not just for themselves, but for everyone who has spent a cold night out on the streets.
Where else can we go? Like, if I'm in that same situation, where else would me and my family be able to shelter ourselves from this cold wind?
Okay, so it's very faint, but we're actually starting to see some snowflakes dropping here in Everett. Now, we did mention those cold weather shelters are going to be open, but the families I talked to say they'd like to see more proactive outreach programs where teams perhaps could go out in search of people who need the help, especially when temperatures get very low. For now, reporting live in Everett, Jennifer Lee, Fox 13 News.